I thought my house was haunted, but it was much worse. Narrated by C Pasta. Written by u/ruse85. I started to notice strange things happening around my house ever since I got it renovated. It was small and I lived alone. I just wanted to extend the house for a bit more room. My boyfriend Steven stayed over with me sometimes when he was not busy with work, but apart from that, I was mostly on my own. It started off as little things. I would put food up on the table, and when I would leave and come back, it would be gone. Things would go missing and turn up in different places. I was starting to believe the house was haunted. One night, I was getting ready to go out for dinner with Steven. I put a fresh towel on the shower rail. I was lathering my face with soap when my eyes began to sting. I reached around the shower curtain to grab the towel, and to my horror, it was gone. I crept from the shower. Still wet and naked, I made my way into my bedroom. The towel was tossed on the bed. But what freaked me out the most was someone had laid a red dress and underwear I didn't own neatly on my bed. I knew my boyfriend had a key, and he loved to play pranks. So I phoned to tell him that what he was doing wasn't funny. But he swore to me that he had no idea what I was talking about. About a week passed, and nothing out of the ordinary had happened. Although I couldn't escape the feeling I was constantly being watched. So I took Valium to help me sleep. As the Valium started to take effect, I heard Steven tiptoe into the bedroom and climb to the bed next to me, and wrap me in his warm, loving embrace. With the smell of his aftershave and the safety of his embrace, I slowly drifted off to sleep. I woke to find Steven wasn't in the bed. I called out to him, but I got no answer. I picked up my phone, and I had messages from Steven on my phone. "Sorry, babes. Won't be able to make it over to you tonight. Have to work late. Might see you sometime tomorrow." My whole body froze. I smelled him. I felt his arms around me. I told him I loved him. Steven started staying over with me more often, taking time off work to make sure I was okay. He thought I was crazy, but I knew I wasn't imagining it. Steven had to work late, so I was in the house on my own. I decided to go to sleep early in the hope Steven would get back early. I woke up to the sound of Steven's Alexa device, playing the song "Santa's Coming to Town." But just the words, "He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake," playing on repeat. Terrified, I grabbed my phone and rang Steven's number. That's when I heard his phone ringing from the sitting room. I slowly made my way to the sitting room. As I entered the room, I could see Steven sitting on the couch. "Steven, Steven," I called out as he just sat there. As I got closer, I knew something wasn't right. I put my hand on his shoulder, and his lifeless body slumped down onto the floor. I screamed in horror when I saw his eyes plucked clean from the eye sockets. I could still hear his phone ringing, but it was coming from the walls of the house. Then the phone answered. "He didn't appreciate your beauty. He didn't deserve you. I know you better than anyone. I've been watching you for a long time." "Who is this?" I sheepishly say. I heard something scurry through the walls. I looked up to one of the vents on my wall, and I see him staring at me through the vent. I heard him slobber over the phone as I watched him lick his lips. "Remember last week, and you were having nightmares, and you thought it was Steven stroking your hair? I kissed you goodnight that night, and you told me you loved me. I love you too. I will always be here for you, and you will never even know it."